Alright guys, welcome back. This is episode 5 of The Dark Lord Plays Civilization 5 Gods and Kings. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in or watching, whatever you want to call it. I actually have some bad news, guys, and I'm sure you're looking at the screen for those of you who have seen the previous episodes and you're just like, what the is going on here? Yeah, I had to start a new game because me being a doofus and me trusting too much in Steam saved our Let's Play game onto the cloud and did not keep it saved on my hard drive of my computer. So it turns out that there were some complications with my cloud and Steam, and they had to go in and delete the game. So we're starting over, and as you can see, I've sped up the footage to kind of give the game just a better feel. I felt like the last couple of episodes were just really slow and boring and monotonous. And so I'm going to start speeding them up, not a whole lot. Some parts are more sped up than others. Like this part here is sped up more than other parts of the episode. But right now I'm just going to brief you guys. I'm playing as, if you didn't see it in the beginning, I'm playing as Haile Selassie, the Emperor of Ethiopia. He was the Emperor of Ethiopia during World War I, I believe, or World War I, and World War II, I believe, actually. Anyway, but when the Italians invaded Ethiopia in World War I, right? Or World War II. World War I or World War II, I can't exactly recall. Anyway, when they invaded, he went to, okay, did he go to the League of Nations or the United Nations? I don't know. He went to the League of Nations, so it was World War I. He went to the League of Nations and was like, please help, guys. And it failed. So he pretty much was left on his own, and that's really how he became famous. He stuck it out and kind of waged really awesome warfare against the invading Italian army, and went on to write a constitution for Ethiopia and really modernize the country and did a lot for his nation. He's also, I think, as of now, considered like a god incarnate for the Rastafarian religion. So, yeah, Bob Marley. But anyway, right now I'm trying to get through the early stages of building up our civilization. Our capital, I pronounce it Addis Ababa, and right now we just met Wu Zetian, the Great of China. And I'm really not sure how to go about her. But I've started with the Liberty Social Policy because I want to expand kind of quickly, because this is a large map, but there's only eight of us, 7 AI, and then or 9 of us. I can't recall. Anyway, there's 7 or 8 AI, and so and on a large map, there's usually at least 10. So there's going to be a lot of room for expansion, but I want to get as much as possible so that we can have a good foothold and taking advantage of Addis Ababa's, coastal waters, where there's a lot of growth potential out there, as you can see, and even in Harar, there's some fishing available up there that I really don't get into. But what I've really noticed about this landscape is the prevalence of silver, which is good. Actually, it's going to help my pocket in the long run. But as in the previous game, when we were playing as Bismarck, we experienced some trouble with happiness, which we're going to experience with this game as well. And there I am getting a settler. I think I just picked a shrine. Can't. And so there. And I'm like I said, I'm trying to get through the early stages of this game, just really quickly. Getting all the basic stuff down pat as fast as I can, getting as many improvements down. And when playing, it really doesn't matter, Golden Age, it really doesn't matter what civilization I am. When playing, I always try to go for the Liberty Social Policy first, just because the way I go about playing is I like to expand and I like production. I like to have a lot of production and a lot of money. And so one of the keys to that early on is to have a decent base of resources and a decent sized, uh, um, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, a decent sized country, a decent sized nation. And that's really all I'm trying to do. These improvements, they do take a while there in the beginning. And as we get ready to found our third city, Ottawa, which you're about to see in a minute. I'll think about moving him, but I just go ahead and found him there. And later on, we have some trouble with Ottawa's production capability and production potential. We do kind of curb that towards the end of this episode. So, which is a good thing. But you always see my philosophy is if you have production, a lot of production in your economy as a whole. New era, the classical era, awesome. You will begin, like if you go to war, if you have a lot of production, you can pump out quickly those units that you need to defend your nation or to take over the nation that you're at war with. If you're in monetary trouble, you can use that production to build the buildings or to research what you need to get out of that hole. You know, there's so many applications, and I don't really like to specialize. It's something that I need to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, is to go in and specialize. And here's another golden age, I think. Yep. Which I'm going to try to work on with this game. And I don't think I really went into detail last game about our religion. I did not give a custom name to this religion. Last game I kind of tried to make our religion kind of well-rounded. This one, I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of going towards the income, the production-focused kind of religion, and I just go with the name Islam because I don't use it that much. And here real soon, there we are, the world's most progressive people. I'm actually kind of shocked at how Addis Ababa, how well its production is. Honestly, I'm actually surprised and very proud. But because it really keeps up with what I'm researching. I don't know if I'm just slow at researching or if Addis Ababa has a lot of production. But Harar takes a little while to get caught up, but it eventually does. And Ottawa has yet to catch up as of the end of this episode, I think. I'm not sure. But you'll see my struggles with happiness as we go along. And I think I've said this in previous episodes, the one thing I'm really excited about is the new expansion pack for Civilization 5, and I'm going to try and get it as soon as it comes out. I've looked to see if there was a beta out, and I really haven't found anything. If anybody knows about that, please let me know. I haven't seen anything. I don't think Firaxis has released a beta to the public. I think they bring in beta testers, but unlike they did with SimCity, where they released a beta version to certain people that applied for it. But I'm going to try to get the new expansion pack when it comes out, which is going to come out sometime in July. So coming up here real soon. Hopefully they're not going to do like EA and delay it like 3 or 4 times and delay it like first. It was supposed to come out shortly after the PC version. Then they said late spring. Then they said June 11th. Now they're saying August, which makes me really mad. So for Mac, that's for Mac, which is what I have. But anyway, off subject. The Brave New World, what its expansion pack, what it's going to incorporate is what the last expansion pack, Beyond the Sword, first of Civ 4 incorporated, which international trade. There's my battery level. I fixed that. International trade, which is going to help a lot of people out. International trade is going to help a lot of people's pockets. I think income in this new expansion pack, in this new game, is going to become a more... It's already kind of a major factor if you know how to strategically use your money, but with the new gold input and the new production levels, I think it's just going to change the game a lot. one thing that's really going to change the diplomatic scene is going to be the new World Congress. Basically, what they're doing is whoever I read up on it. I forgot the exact requirements for whoever like hosts the World Congress. But you can run as like leader or we'll say Secretary General. Really, that's not what it's called. We'll say consular of the World Congress to lead it to whatever. Of course, you get extra votes. You can ban. We'll use ban. You can ban certain luxury goods. I'm not sure about strategic goods, but you can put in a resolution to say, hey, you can't trade. Nobody can trade whales, or nobody can trade. Nobody can trade silver. They can really control the economy and hurt certain people. They can also go more specific and say nobody can trade with this guy. Nobody can trade with Genghis Khan. Nobody can trade with Bismarck. And eventually that World Congress will evolve into the United Nations. You won't have to build the United Nations as far as I know. You won't have to build the United Nations. It just I think about the turn of the 20th century, the United Nations just kind of pops in there, and that's what the World Congress becomes. And the new culture, basically what it is they're adding in a lot of culture revamp, culture remix. Culture is going to be a lot stronger and a lot more. You can strategize with it a lot more. There's whoever has like the most culture in another country or the most culture in certain cities, and basically by culture they mean how many world wonders do you have? What's your religion like? How advanced are you in research? It's basically like how good are you overall, but it's kind of like a religion kind of thing. You want to spread your religion, trading with people, trading with other countries will spread your culture to that nation. And that's another important factor along that ties into the international trade routes that they're going to introduce. And of course, as with every single expansion pack they do with Civ, they're adding several new units, several new specifications, like tiny details, and several new civilizations that I'm really excited about. One of them is Poland, and I don't know why I'm so excited about Poland. But I just think the gameplay there is going to be epic, and there are a lot more civilizations that I can't think right off the top of my head that they're adding. But the new expansion pack, coupled with the DLCs that they have out, I know they have a Polynesian DLC. I think I'm not sure actually. I'm not real good at remembering all the DLCs they have because I don't have any. Gods and Kings is really all I have as far as any type of expandable, playable content. But as you see, we founded us a fourth city. Lalibela is how I pronounce it. I know that's kind of got a Spanish twang to it, but I really don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know. I don't really have an African accent to work with there. But this episode is just going to be mostly going through and just getting over the boring crap. I'm sure I actually don't think I met anybody other than those two city-states and Wuzetian, China. So hopefully next episode we're going to meet more civilizations. We're going to get more diplomatically involved in the world. And here we're going to enhance our religion. And this is where I'm kind of like, okay, we've got to focus on our happiness. So I come in and I look at that, take that, and there's really nothing here but talking about spreading your religion. So I enhance it, and later on, there at the very end, my religion starts to spread to my other cities in my kingdom. And one real advantage that I want to point out that I really didn't plan, but it just kind of happened, and I'm really excited about it though, is all first three cities are right next to a silver mine. And basically what that means is if a city is mining either silver or gold, that city can build a mint. And what a mint does is, I mean, of course, I'm sure all of you know what a mint does, but what a mint can do as far as characteristics is it gives you +2 gold for however many of those gold or silver mines you have that you're working, that city is working. So I have 1 silver mine in each of my first 3 cities, which means that's 6 gold right there if I build mints in all the cities, plus the market, plus the the banks and stock exchanges that I'm going to get to build. So I think money and income in this game is going to be okay. I'm praying for it, actually. And there we go. And this is where I decide, do I want to go with piety, do I want to go with honor? And I go with honor just because last game, as some of you saw, a lot of people like to pick on me. So I'm going to play it safe and try to really build my military. I've developed or created an entire system of, okay, what kind of units am I going to use? Oh, medieval era? Okay, that's awesome. What units am I going to use? When am I going to, train a unit in a city? Blah 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 blah. And my diplomatic strategy goes into that as well. And I'm not as high on that list as I'd like. Like I said, happiness is a thorn in my side, and it has been for a very long time. It's just not something I'm good at. They call me the Dark Lord for a reason. So, in there, both of those plots right there that I just improved with the deer and the camp, and then this mine that I'm building underneath Addis Ababa, they're just improving my production even more, which I'm really happy about. As much production I can get, I'm going to be ecstatic about. And when building, you just saw me there, choose a building. I don't know if any of you have noticed the trend that I've been doing, but when building in newer cities, I try to go with the pattern that I set in the capital. Like, if I build a temple first, then an amphitheater, then a coliseum, that's what I'm going to do in all the other cities because, well, if it works in my capital, why not do it in the other cities? Obviously, it's worked because my capital is my greatest city, and the production is through the roof. So I try to follow that plan throughout the rest of the game. But one of the hardest things I find to do in Civ 5 anyway is to expand efficiently. And what I mean by expand efficiently is taking up as much of the land, as much of the resources as you can with a single city. And it's really hard to do because they don't make it easy because of the new maps that they have. Which, shout out to whoever the map guy is over at Firaxis. Did a good job, dude. Yeah, sure, woo. Anyway. And so there we go. And I really didn't intend for my society, for my nation to be as agrarian as it is, but, you do what you do. Do what you can. And really, some of these buildings I just kind of find like, really, is the benefit really worth what I'm going to get out of it? So I really don't want to build some of these cities, or not cities, but some of these buildings in these cities. But, I do just do it. Well, alright guys, this is the end of this episode. Hope you really enjoyed it. Sorry for the mix-up previously, but we really thank you for watching. This is really awesome. I really enjoy doing this. This has been the Dark Lord, and thank you for watching Fort Pulse Entertainment. Talk to you later, guys. Peace out. And yeah, those blocks. Yeah, I like the ones, that you're tearing down, Use those. And then I'll just go back and finish this freaking floor. Holy crap, this is getting on my nerves. This is monotonous.
We have a ton of money, so I'm not even scared of plopping down a ton of this stuff, because we're gonna need it. Boom. Maximum streetcars.